Alright, so once you've got your 3D printer connected, we're going to launch a program called Print Run or Pronterface, and that is going to be located under your D drive. And I type P, highlight Print Run Master. Going to launch a file called Pronterface. First thing you want to do here is just click port. That'll scan all the COM ports for the most recently connected COM port, which is where your 3D printer is connected. So COM3, and then connect. And on the right hand side you should see some text, a bunch of text, and one of those lines is printer is now online. If you don't see that, then there's a printer problem. Reconnecting, replugging in, unplugging, replugging in, shutting down, restarting, all that fun jazz usually resolves most of those errors. Over here, to make sure that your printer is actually connected and fully functioning, you can click X for 10 millimeters, 100 millimeters, 1 millimeter. 100's kind of sketchy because if you move it over too far, it might run into the wall. Avoid hitting the corner buttons. Those corner buttons will try and home it to a position, and there's no limit switch or any end stop to tell it to stop moving, so it'll go forever. But we know we can communicate with the printer because we can move it on the X and Y axis. So we're going to then start heating it up. Under the heat section, we're going to type in 215 for 215 Celsius. That's going to be for the tip or the hot end or the extruder, whatever you want to call it. And click set. The bed or the platform, we're going to set that to 110 Celsius. And then you can click check temp and watch. And if you look at the temperature or if you look at the platform now, you should see some red LEDs. Those LEDs basically just mean it's actively heating. And again, blue painter's tape on that. Good to put on before you start heating it up. When we click check temp and watch, you'll notice in the bottom left it'll have the tip of the extruder at 182 out of 215 Celsius. The bed, roughly 72 out of 110. Those need to stabilize around their goal temperatures of 215 and 110 before we really want to start printing. We've already had this guy heating up earlier, so it's already almost complete, but this can take 5 to 10 minutes before it really actually gets done. But we've got Pronterface connected, we've got everything heating up. Now is a good time for us to go ahead and export our file to a format that the 3D printer can understand.